Welcome, everybody, to Crawfordville Lindy's pregame sponsor for INSiiGHTS Game of the Week. We're here for the pregame show. I got Earl, the Pearl, Hankerson.
Glad to be here, Coach.
Oh, Coach, with this rain, I'm glad to be anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Boy, we've gone through a long prep to get ready for this. Sitting atop of the Leon High School press box. Lincoln High School press box. Thank you.
Well, it's all right, Coach, because I tell you what, this should be worth the wait to see these two heavyweight ball clubs come in tonight. And so we should definitely have a great game right here in front of us. And this is a great seat. I think we got the best seat in the house.
Well, one way I know it's the best seat, we configured this tent on top of the press box here. And we're the only ones sitting with any sense of dryness in here. But just the fact that it's raining like it is, it's homecoming for Lincoln High School, and they want to be able to play it on their home field with so many games going on today. And perhaps this will give them a little bit of a home advantage, which they may need tonight playing Jacksonville Raines.
Yeah, talking to Coach Gray earlier, he said that the kids wanted to be able to play their homecoming on their field, and you always want to cater to them. And so if they wanted to play here, Coach, this is the place to be.
Yeah, and I'm sure if they don't play well, he's going to be telling them that.
I would imagine so. We got a couple games on the slate tonight. Wakulla is at Rickards over at Cox.
I wonder how you knew that game was being played. And then we have a slow arriving crowd. People who are going to come to the game need to be coming. There's still some seats available, but Lincoln High has limited seating. And for those who don't make it, tune us in. So tell your friends. You can watch us here on live stream. It's free from INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. And we're sitting here watching Raines and the wet field. Do you think that plays the Lincoln's advantage in it?
I'm not sure it plays either team's advantage, but the elements will definitely come into effect at some point in this game. There's absolutely no question about it. You have turnovers on a dry field, so we definitely know you're going to have some on a wet field. And the field seems to be in pretty good shape, though.
It seems to be. The wet field, the wet turf typically slows down a quick, fast team, is what most critics say, but it makes a slow team slower, too.
I don't necessarily believe in that, Coach. We've definitely heard that before. You know, things of a wet fire, things of that nature. But want to do anything to make you slower, but I've definitely heard that before.
Yeah, well, it's almost like basketball. You play in certain facilities, and even here in the city, there's some college and university teams that kept the gyms exceptionally hot. And they made it like a hot summer day in there, and they played to their advantage and won a lot of games in that hot gym.
Hey, now, I definitely believe that. There ain't no question.
Say, you believe that one?
Hey, look here. Some of the fans, it also drives up the concession stand as well.
So you got to get some fluids in your system.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, the drizzle is picked up again, though, here, Coach.
It has, and I think we're going to have this off and on, and we may even have it tomorrow when we go to Brooks County up in Quitman and see Fitzgerald 7-1 against Quitman, who's 6-2. So we got a good game going tomorrow, and we got a good one today. Jacksonville Raines comes in 4A, ranked number 2, and they lost the first game of the season in a close one, and they haven't looked back.
Yeah, they also played that game was at home, and after that they played the next 5 on the road and won all 5.
Yeah, they faced some adversity after that first game, which looks like it actually brought the team and the community together, surviving an unfortunate incident that happened, and they banded together and haven't looked back. They have several star athletes that are being heavily recruited. One that was being recruited by Miami, and Miami rescinded their offer to him.
By Ivy League schools, Columbia, Harvard, and Princeton. And he posts a 4.0 GPA and is fully qualified per ACT and SAT, Coach.
That's excellent.
Yeah, he's also the all-time leading rusher in school history, and he's approaching 4,000 yards on the season.
From Clemson and Philadelphia Eagles inducted to the Hall of Fame. We'll talk some more about it. INSiiGHTS actually covered the Hall of Fame this summer with the primary reason of getting some information and insight of every season. On the other hand, with Lincoln, as they coming out for the coin toss, what's your thought about Lincoln?
All the Trojans are having an outstanding season under Coach Gray, 6-2 right now, and they're ranked number 9 in Class 7A, and they've been doing an house in all of Tallahassee and in the state of Florida.
Yes, they have, and he's come back, and the program was always pretty good, but it got even better. Coach Gray, former star quarterback at Florida A&M University, and went on to play in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars, was the offensive coordinator at Florida A&M University. So he brings the wealth and varied experiences with him to this position. And I think that the community and the team and school here at Lincoln High has benefited from his presence.
Yes, absolutely, Coach. And I always tell him it was a pleasure to watch him play at Florida A&M and almost lead us to a national championship berth, I believe, back in 1996 or 97.
See, I don't say it with a question in your voice looking for an answer from me because I can't help you.
I believe it definitely was 96 or 97. But
was that against Toledo?
Youngstown State.
Youngstown State.
Yeah, Youngstown State. And but definitely back here in Tallahassee, he's doing an excellent job with his program. And they're definitely going to continue to be on the right track.
And we've telecast a couple of Lincoln High games earlier in the year. You can go back to our website or YouTube page with INSiiGHTS, INSiiGHTS, 2 I's in the middle, and you can see some of the contests that you missed. And a nice steady stream of cars pulling in from the back. You see them through the trees, just a steady stream headed over to the parking lot, which I didn't even know existed over there. But I guess I'm learning more about Lincoln because I hadn't been out here on this field much. We spent a lot of time out here sitting in this rain that was coming down pretty hard. It's slowed down a little bit now. As Lincoln's entering to our left, a slow walk, getting ready to come on.
Coach, I tell you, the most impressive young man out there, big number 76 for Raines. He almost takes up half of the logo, Coach, on the field.
Yeah, good-sized young man there. That's a good-sized young man. That's Markel Holbert. Markel Holbert. Who won the toss, coaches? Coach, you with me?
I did not see it, Coach. I'm sorry. Lincoln won the toss, I believe, Coach.
Okay, thank you. We got a great spotter over here. We got one of the Raines photographers. He remembers us from been following us. We've been keeping up with Raines for the last few years. It's really been great. The relationship that we have developed with Raines High School, coming to Tallahassee and us going over to Raines and televising some games when the Tallahassee schools went over there. I guess that's one of the things that's really exciting about what we do. is the ability to do that and meet other schools and supporters who appreciate what we do. But this is the INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back for this kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we welcome the defending 4A state champion, Raines High School Vikings from Jacksonville, Florida.
And this is the INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week, and we're here bringing you the defending state champions 4A Jacksonville Raines here in Tallahassee, playing Tallahassee Lincoln. Coming in ranked number 9. Only one loss on the field. And the Lincoln Trojans come on. It was interesting, they introduced Raines first, but they didn't come on the field then. They just kind of stood in one spot till after Lincoln came on.
Yeah, maybe a little gamesmanship, Coach.
Exactly. I was hoping you'd pick up that cue.
Oh, absolutely, Coach. Officials tonight from the Quincy Association over in Quincy, Florida. So they huddled to the middle of the field, led by Dante Saylor, president over there at the Quincy Association.
And they're waiting now for the Lincoln High Band to come out. I remember the last time we televised Lincoln, and I think they were playing Childs when we were in a game that we thought was not a completely impartially called game. And we've had a number of people go back and watch that game, and I think Coach Gray let them know his displeasure during the course of that game. And it was a little interesting because officials did not decide the game. Lincoln was running away with it, but they kept it from being a bigger blowout with all the flags they kept throwing in that game.
Yeah, you always wanted to be impartial coaching for the referees to do a great job because it's about the success of the students, the student athletes, and not the officials taking games over and putting their imprint on the game. Lincoln coming out tonight, Coach, in all green. I think they were really smart, knowing that the weather was going to be not conducive for white.
Hey, you gotta watch the return men of Raines. They are very explosive as that kick goes to about the 7, fumbles it.
There's the elements already, Coach. And a big stop right there on the 13-yard line. That the elements have come into the game already, Coach.
Already. Because see, one thing about Raines, they are full of athletes, and they can pretty much match Lincoln's athletes because Lincoln is very athletic too, especially Chris Beard, and you know how they like to run that bubble screen out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Raines coming out, being led by number 6, Baron Coates, senior, 5'11".
Wonder if he's related to your Coates.
Hey, he would be a pretty good ball player then if he is. Speaking of Destin Coates over at Georgia State. His freshman year. He scored a touchdown a couple weeks ago, Coach.
Oh, okay, Destin.
Yep. All right, Raines coming out. Coach 2x2. One back in the backfield.
They drop back into a zone on defense.
Lincoln playing cover 3, and their ball is overthrown. Picked off by Marcus Knight. He returns it to about the 10-yard line.
That pass was not a good pass. He overthrew him substantially.
Yeah, overthrew him, Coach. I'm a little bit surprised we come out trying to throw the ball over the field with this wet weather. We'll see who can, I would look to establish a run game and try to take advantage of it and throw some little short, safe passes to get acclimated to what's going on out here with the weather tonight.
Well, you might get a little signal, a sign.
Yeah, not much on the game, but they're going to try to establish, as we said, the run game. Caleb Matthews, he's a pretty dynamic senior, having a great season. 2nd and goal for the Trojans.
Raines digging in on that defensive line.
Another full house set. Matthews. He popped through. He's going to take it in for the first score of the night. Lincoln goes up 6-0. Caleb Matthews, 9-yard touchdown scamper.
And he ran through a pretty good hole there.
Oh, absolutely. They brought Morales in, and he sealed the edge, and Matthews was able to get in right there behind him and scamper right on in. Coach, 9-yard touchdown run.
Exactly. Morales, a well-rounded athlete, can do.
I believe committed to North Carolina, correct?
He did. Uh-oh.
Extra point is up, and it's good.
That was a little flat line drive there. I thought it might not get through. Lincoln takes an early 7-0 lead over Jacksonville Raines. INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We're going to take a break, come back, and catch the second kickoff for Lincoln High. And we're back. We've seen a lot of football in season 3 of INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. We know we've also seen a lot of comebacks. So Raines is not out of it at all. They've had a couple games this year. They've come.
No panic. Should be.
Caught cleanly this time.
Yeah, that's Thomas on the carry. Gets around the left side. Stopped at about the 27-yard line, looks like.
Good tackle there over there on the edge. He ran through those first 2 arm tackles. You have to wrap him up, Coach.
And Raines coming out, their second possession. Got a massive offensive line, Coach.
You and that O-line.
Absolutely. Starts with them, ends with them.
Coach, your eyes got a glitter in it looking at them.
Yes, sir. Call themselves Guam. The Great Wall on Moncrief. And they are a big wall. Let's see what Raines comes out and does.
He turned that corner. Could have been a clip there. And
that's their guy, Coach. Number 1, Brandon Marshall.
Yes, it was.
Likely headed to an Ivy League school.
Oh, they'll be excited to get him wherever he decides to go. Academically qualified and ready to go.
Yes, sir.
That's what we had expected to see the first play coming out the gate was that run game.
Got a trap. Trap play. Marshall breaks through for 6. That was a nice play, Coach. Pulling guard coming around that right side. Kick out. Running back ducks in right underneath him.
Coach, big as that line is, he gets lost behind him.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the time you see him, he stepped by you.
Raines with a bunch right set. Run a little counter there with the wing. And I think he picked up enough for the first down.
Depends on where they mark. It doesn't look like he slipped yet. He doesn't really run. He kind of scampered around the end there. That was a big play.
Marshall again on the carry. What really makes that play big, Coach, is that first play of the game for Raines. You can clearly see right now that they're not interested in putting the ball in the air.
Again.
Yes, sir. They haven't even thought about it, I don't think. But here on 3rd and 20 plus. Looks like 22 maybe. Standing target back there. So we'll see a punt here. That's number 11 back there, Devarius Thomas. Punting. And he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. And there he goes, Coach. And he's got it. I believe he picked up the first down, Coach. No, he's short.
Yeah, he is.
1 yard.
But he ball's down on the 20-21.
Yep.
So that's decent field position there.
Just like a punt.
Just like a punt.
Yep.
INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week. They're taking a timeout. We'll be right back.
Well, Father Time is always undefeated, Coach.
Always. We got a crowd of students here standing outside along the field over here. About 40 of them. And
yeah,
the
Lincoln.
band.
Give them 3rd and 16.
Raines was pretty much doing what they wanted to do on that last drive, but Lincoln's made some adjustments, and they've pretty much shut them down. At least for right now. I think it's going to be difficult to keep that up the whole game.
Got a blitz off the edge.
Up top, got him deep.
And that ball is picked off.
Second interception. There's room on this side.
If he can get to the outside conditions, whereas the